Hello, Jody Wolf. You're watching EXPOZ, March 19, 2011, 11:39 p.m., Birmingham, Alabama. Today's topic, your first day in the Millennium. And there will be two groups of people that will be inhabiting Earth at that time. Those who came through the tribulation that didn't take the mark of the beast, and those who were raptured that returned with Christ. They will already have their new bodies. The bodies are perfect. They cannot die. They cannot get sick. They're perfect. The people who came through will slowly build up their strength and their immunity and those things. There will still be very minor illnesses and there will be death, but they may not die again for 900 years, and some may never die, and some may die younger of accidents. Things will continue to happen, but sin will be frowned upon by the entire population of Earth. God, immediately when He wipes out, when the Lord wipes out the armies, will clean it up. We won't see that. We're not going to come here and have to start cleaning things because it's going to be bad. Instead, we'll be here to enjoy what God created for us. Children will do things like slide up the rainbows. I said it right. They will slide up the rainbows and they'll slide down the rainbows. Children will be treated especially with God's grace upon them in every way, and you will see that. You'll see how important children are to God. They are so very, very important to God. And they will have everything. I mean, it's just unbelievable. You know, our taxes will no longer come into haunt us. We'll have 10% that we will give to the church. And we may have a small tax. I would think it would not. And I'm being honest. I don't think it'd increase. I mean, be over about 3 or 5%, if that much. Can you imagine without any budget whatsoever what 5% of your taxes would be throughout the world? It could rebuild every city on earth. It could do everything. It could put a park on every other corner. It could build everyone a new home. It could make everyone on earth an instant multimillionaire. Consider the money that the United States spend per year just on defense. That money alone would make every man, woman, and child in America a millionaire. That money will no longer be spent. It'll be no longer wasted, because God will be our protector, not our military. We won't have to argue about whose church to go to. We won't have to argue about they're going to kill Christians and Jews if you don't accept Islam. You know what? I shouldn't even brought those words into this blog. This blog is all about you and all about your first day in the Millennium. And it's going to be an unbelievable, fantastic day that you'll never, ever forget, even hundreds of billions of years down the road. You'll never forget your first day in the Millennium. You will never forget that. You'll never forget it for especially two reasons. One, God won. Like He said He would. Like He said He would. He won. 2, it'll be the first day that we've ever known, that we could ever imagine, that we'll live pain-free, worry-free. We won't be dependent upon drugs or crutches or old age. It'll be the first day of bliss. And that first day will last forever and ever and ever. So we will not forget that first day in heaven, because 10,000 years down the road, we're still living that first day. God is still on the throne. 10 million years down the road, we're still living that first day. God is still on the throne. And the babies are still sliding up the rainbows. It's going to be awesome, people. Your first day in the millennium, and then your first day in heaven. Your hearts cannot even imagine. It cannot imagine. Take the very best of times you've ever had in all your years. Some of you haven't had any. All your times combined wouldn't equal an hour of happiness. I understand that. Some of you has had happiness, but there's always been something in our lives that hurt us. No more. Ever again. Those days are gone. So remember, your first day in the millennium, you never forget. And then your first day in heaven will even top the millennium. And it's coming. It is coming. And you're hearing it right here. And I've never heard anyone talk about what is it going to be like in the millennium, 1,000-year reign of Christ. Well, you have heard my thoughts and my dreams and my imaginations. And I believe that I'm really close to what it's going to be like. Jody Wolf, EXPOZ.